want a little help?
Don't worry about me. Fighting that little beast made me start thinking about the animals I left behind on the island, so I let my guard down. Now to fight like I mean it.
All right. Do you want a little help?
Don't worry about me. Fighting that little beast made me start thinking about the animals I left behind on the island, so I let my guard down. Now to fight like I mean it.
All right.
Baby boys, baby girls, what's going on with your boy SKIP.88 here from Blerd Over. We are back again with another awesome interview. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all had a good Sunday, even though it's kind of cold as hell in Birmingham, Alabama. But you know, this weather is bipolar, so we're going to get through it the best we can. Glad to have y'all back. I'm glad to see some of y'all back, and we got a very special guest in the building. This is going to be an awesome interview. Hope y'all ready for it. And you know how we're gonna do. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna make this a whole vibe, and you know, we're gonna have a good time. So I hope y'all ready for this interview. We got this brother in the back room, and once again, he's on the screen, not back room, not actually in my house back room. So let's get that clear. I don't want y'all to think I'm kidnapping people for interviews and everything. So we're gonna keep that in the clear. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and bring this brother in. Y'all show him some love, show him some great response from the Blerd community, and let's give it up for him. Here he go.
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, good sir?
Not much, man. Just here. Ready to see what you're gonna fire at me.
Man, ain't gonna be nothing too bad. But let's go ahead, introduce yourself, sir. Let the good people know who you are, good sir.
My name is Marlon. At Marlon's Room VA on all social media platform. I am the officer of operations over at Beltlinecosplay, Atlanta, Georgia. We do all kinds of things, anything from a photo shoot to gatherings and outings. Go out to eat together. Just pretty much just building a cosplay community that everybody has fun. There's no drama.
Oh, thank you. Because you know we got too much drama going on right now. So we really appreciate what y'all do in Atlanta. So thank you for that. And give the people the name of your organization, the name again.
It is Beltlinecosplay.
Beltlinecosplay. So let me ask you, so how did y'all what is the origin story of the name of Beltlinecosplay? How did y'all come up with that name?
So I believe this was around COVID time. This predates me. I came in a little bit after it was already established. Larry, our founder, I believe during COVID times, just she got bored, and she lived near the Beltline and used to skate up and down, and in cosplay, meeting other cosplayers, and the name just stuck. Beltlinecosplay.
Boom, there it is. Simple, sweet, to the point. We appreciate it. Thank you for that good origin story, because you know how every anime, every superhero has a beginning. So thank you for sharing that beginning story for us. Now, the next question I'm going to ask you, good sir, what makes you a Blerd?
Being a percentage of Black. And also being extremely into the nerd community. So when you put those together,
and there it is. That's it. That's why I like to hear a good, solid, short answer. This is gonna be a good interview so far. So far, you're doing good, Marlon. You're doing a great job. We really do appreciate it. So the follow-up question to that is going to be, How do you feel and what do you think of the word and term blurred?
Um, I think it's powerful. I think it's a word that people hold on to and like to be called a blurred. It kind of like separates you a little bit, but people stand on it. I think it's a fun. I think it's a fun term.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said it because some people really don't like that term because they don't want to be feel like they are put in a box. They don't want a label, and you know how that goes. So just want to hear people's standpoints on it, just to break the ice a little bit to see what they headspace at. But so far those was good answers, and for good answers for a good job, people deserve a sound for that. So I'm gonna give you this sound. I think it fits for this moment.
Made me feel like an Avenger.
Avengers Assemble. Speaking of Avengers, what do you think so far of the Marvel universe? You think it's dead? You think they're going to come back with all the things that's coming out? How do you feel about Marvel universe right now?
All right. I feel like I talk about this like with different friends like every day. It's just like everything was good, I think, up until Endgame. Like that's where it was like this was a perfect 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything after that, I feel like they got either too excited, they got too greedy, they got too influenced by what was going on. Pretty much like too high on a pedestal, and then they put out too much, like
Mm.
quality over quantity or quantity over quality. And now they're trying to backpedal. As you see, this year we're only getting Deadpool 3.
That's it. And we getting X-Men 97. I think
Yes.
that's the only two we getting so far.
Yeah. So I'm Kevin Feige figured it out. He was like, hey, we need to do something. We're losing them. This is I don't know. Right now I feel like we're here, but there's a lot of unanswered questions.
What
Like
and what are those unanswered questions that you brought up? Like what tell us those questions.
the celestial in the ocean. Did that happen? And then it's been like I don't know how many movies and stuff since, and we're just like no one's gonna address it. I think they did say like it was in a portion of a newspaper in the movie, and I was just like, that's it, that's all. What's going on right now? Scarlet Witch, is she really dead or not?
We all I think we all know the answer to that. We know she ain't dead. We know she
Yeah,
not dead.
they're gonna try and sell it to us that that she's not though, or that she is. I don't know.
And
Go ahead.
y'all know because I knew he's gonna say about the celestial in the ocean. That's everybody's like because I was like, yo, are we gonna do anything with it? Because he's kind of just like there in the ocean with his hand out. So I'm pretty sure everybody gonna see it. So what's next to it?
Exactly. We haven't seen the Eternal since then either. There's no mention of them in any way, shape, or fashion. And I'm just like, I feel like I invested a lot of time for no payoff in anything of anything.
It's just I won't say it's terrible. Like you said, I think you said they was doing too much at that particular time. They should have just dialed it back and kind of like, okay, we losing them. We should have just waited on certain things, and we also should have waited to answer these questions that everybody is asking. That's what we should have did for in this phase. And for you, so you said it kind of everything kind of started to turn at the end game, correct?
Yep.
Eh, I could see that. I could see that. And then we also failed to mention about how did you feel about the Doctor Strange?
It sucks because the
Damn.
well, hold on one second. My daughter. What's up?
My spit
Is black.
You okay? Your stomach hurts? Okay. Lay down. Get it. All right. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good.
Forgot what I was saying.
Doctor Strange, you said it was terrible.
Okay. I don't want to use the word terrible. I think what happened was is between the marketing and the title and where we were in the story. You throw out Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I'm thinking everything's about to we're about to see some craziness. We're about to
Right.
see X-Men, a different version of Captain America, Scarlet Witch and Vision gender bent or something. Just the title just makes your brain go like, okay, yeah, we're about to see something cook, and then it happened, and it was like, oh, okay. The five that we saw, Mr. Fantastic, that was a great surprise. Professor X, all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was it. That was the only thing we got, and I was just like, we could have called this something else, like Doctor Strange versus the Scarlet Witch would have
Which
would
are
have sufficed.
exactly Doctor Strange and it's all right universe. It ain't really multi madness, but it's all right. It's right there. It's
Yeah,
basic.
exactly.
But out of that though, I kind of like one scene though when the Scarlet Witch was when she kind of sliced somebody in half. I think that was like a great moment in
Man,
history.
that was insane. Martin, turn that down. Mm-mm.
The
And
life of a father.
I know. And she wants to be around.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
No,
daddy's baby.
yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like it was overhyped, but not even necessarily about the studios either, because the community definitely can take a rumor and they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, how many people were we supposed to see in Multiverse of Madness versus like what we got?" So
Exactly.
overhyped by the community. I don't know. I feel like scooping is cool sometimes, but sometimes I do think it ruins it in the long run.
I can agree on that. I can agree because, like you said about the rumors, I was suspecting to see Tom Cruise being a different version of Robert Downey Jr., the Iron Man, because everybody was saying like, "Oh, so Tom Cruise gonna be the new Iron Man in a different universe," but we didn't get that. We just got the robots, and that was basically it. Yeah, what a waste! What a waste! I
Yeah.
think it could have been more, but it was a waste.
I got excited for that. That was exciting. I didn't go hold you because Tom Cruise was originally supposed to be Iron Man.
Oh, I did not know that. So,
Yeah,
so how did that come about? So how did Robert Downey Jr. get it over Tom
I,
Cruise?
I believe he turned down the role,
Ah, okay.
and so that's even crazier that he was supposed to be Iron Man, and then they were gonna bring him in to be just like a variant. He cut.
That
That's pretty dope.
that could have been it. So, but let's take this out of proportion now. Let's go down a rabbit hole. What if Tom Cruise would have accepted the role as Iron Man? You think it would have been a big hit, like with Downey Jr., or would have been different?
I think he would have been straight. I think that's in his wheelhouse. I think he could have pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? Just like Mission Impossible, kind of, but like on a different level. So he's done his own stunts and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if he could pull that off for sure.
I could. I actually can see that. I really could see that. Just him doing the running and everything. I could, because he has a very distinct run. If y'all haven't seen the Tom Cruise run, you, if you see him run, it's
Let's
like,
just go
yo,
to YouTube now.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna picture. I'm gonna put that in everybody's head now. The Tom Cruise runs. But man, so in before we move on to the next topic, so in Marvel, if you could be any superhero and have any power, what will it be and why?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spidey is my dude in Marvel. I I'm originally from Queens. He's from
Okay.
Queens. He is into science. I love science. So I related on that level so much. And then just all the stuff he went through is just insane. But to me, I kind of related it it's such a long story. But Stan Lee had something to do with Power Rangers coming to America. So I relate Spider-Man and Power Rangers together
I
because
did not know
they,
that.
they yeah, Stan Lee there was a Japanese Spider-Man over in Japan.
Okay.
Somehow that sparked something for the people over there, and that's how they started their Super Sentai series. They're like, oh, teams of super fighting people with giant robots. In the Japanese version of that Spider-Man TV show, he had a giant robot. So he like low key
So
made Power Rangers.
So you telling me the Spider-Man overseas had a whole Megazord? That's what you saying?
Yep. Look up Leopardon.
I swear, man. Every time I do these interviews, I learn something new every day. You put me on to something. I'm definitely gonna look this up now. Thank you
Yeah.
for that knowledge that you just dropped on me.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole one day because sometimes you can find clips of YouTube where it's like the raw footage, which kind of
Hmm.
sucks because you don't know what the actual plot is going on. But yep, they definitely have that on there.
Oh man, YouTube is just great. It's just great, man. It's just great. So
Facts.
moving on to the next topic, man. So what makes you how did you feel once you found out there was a community of people that look like us that that deals with everything in nerdy comic books, dressing up as cosplays and everything like that? How did you find it and how did you feel once you found it?
I won tickets to go see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
We came back to it, y'all. We came back to Doctor Strange.
Cause all comes full circle. I won. It was a trivia quiz. I think it was Battle and Brew. Was hosting on Instagram, and I just happened to answer the question. It was about Doctor Strange. I think it was like, what is the name of his lair or something, his
Mhm.
headquarters, um, Sanctus Sanctorum, and then I was like, what? I won. I never win anything. So when I went to the theater, I went and I was walking the line, I saw people dressed up, and I was like, oh, like this is cool. Like it was people like it was obviously people that were going to see the movie, not like sponsored by Marvel Studios or anything like that. So
Mhm.
I just started chopping it up with Larry. It was somebody else I think I knew there, like that ended up knowing my cousin. So we related that way, and it was just like, dang, that's crazy. And ever since then, it was just like exciting. It's like, wow, there's other people that do this, like outside of a convention or anything like that.
Right.
I love it. I love my people.
Yeah, I feel that. I respect that. I respect that. I mean, it's kind of a good feeling though to see that because growing up as a kid, you kind of think, the stuff that you love as a kid, then that you love then you used to get picked on, you used to get bullied, talked about, called a nerd, and everything like that. And we know that wasn't cool because we wanted to be with the in crowd. How because nobody wants to be picked on and bullied. So, but finding out now that there are more people that's like us that loves the same things, it's kind of like a great feeling, especially if they're, black. And because they say this is not what black people do. This is like that weird white people stuff, yada yada yada. So, the reason me to saying this to say this, like during your childhood, was there any time anything that you was being, bullied, picked on, talked about for liking the stuff that you like then that you like now?
Um, I wouldn't say that I was necessarily, but I definitely saw it like third party.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I would say I don't want to say it, but like I was cool, so I knew people, and just always had relations with people. But that goes to say popular and the not popular kids. I was in band too, so people knew me, but also I knew people that weren't so known. But I keep it
Okay.
cool with everybody. So like you show the same respect to anybody. And I could be cool with the trumpet player right next to me who just so happens to be like a legit like, science nerd or takes all AP classes or, doesn't get out as much. He's introverted. And they would get made fun of because, they would go wearing when it wasn't cool wearing Naruto
Right.
shirts or, the button up shirts with the dragons on them. Like
Right.
it's like, yo, I never strayed away from like talking to them or acknowledging them like in the hallway or something. That was one thing I was big on is like I'm not finna like only talk to you in class in secret because I don't want other people to think that I don't care. It's like, yo, what's up? Whoever. Oh, hey, and make them feel good too. I think it was cool.
Right. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. But have you seen any change of that now? Or do you still see it today? Since now, being part of the community, have you still be seeing that type of stuff goes on now?
No, I don't. I don't. I haven't. Um, and I don't think the kids these days do as much as that because I feel like it's more popular now. So
Mm-hmm.
like, um, I mean, everything you turn to kind of now is anime related, or somehow someone is relating anime into something. It's growing so big. Even people you wouldn't even think. I one of my VPs at my job was like, "Yeah, I watch anime." I'm like, "What?" It's like,
Excuse me. Say that. Say that again.
yeah, like Gomo Gomo no Mi or
So let me ask you. So when do you think that you know anime became mainstream? Was it was it a particular celebrity or like how did it became to be so popular now? Since when we was growing up as kids.
I don't know. It's weird. It was just like an influx when it felt like it just happened overnight. I know a lot of celebrities did start talking about it more openly, like Meg Thee Stallion or Michael B. Jordan. They're both, like huge anime heads. So I don't know if them like acknowledging that anime exists, and now other people are like, oh, maybe it is cool, and then checking it out. I don't know. And conventions have definitely grown too. I think people are starting to stray away from like I don't know the normalcy of like going to clubs and stuff and wanting to do more experience other things other than stuff they probably already been experienced to.
That is true because let's be honest. You go to the club every weekend, you see the same people, you do the same thing, and possibly hear the same song. So it's kind of like, huh, is there something different? Is there something outside of this that I could, venture out in and just do something else that's not normal?
Right. Exactly.
So I'm sorry, somebody said Summer Walker loves conventions too. Okay, did
Oh,
not know
she
that.
was at Dragon Con. She was at this last Dragon Con.
Okay, did you was there?
No,
I, the
no,
way
I
you
was
just
not.
the way you just said no was so disappointing.
Man, because that was I was living through everybody's like Instagram stories.
Ah,
It looks
man.
cool. I've never actually been to Dragon Con. It's the only convention I have not been to in Atlanta. Oh, and Anime Weekend. I don't know if that's considered one, but
Yeah, just has to consider one. So please tell me,
okay.
are you coming to DragonCon this year?
I plan to. Even I have to look deeper into the kid's schedule, but I'm gonna have to trade off the weekend or something and be like, all right, look, we're gonna have to work something out. It's been too long. This is my year to go. So I'm
Exactly.
excited
Well,
about that.
because I mean, you are in Atlanta. You are in like in the mecca of all cons. You got MomoCon, AWA, Dragon Con, anime. I think it's the Anime Con too. So it's like four. Well, and then you have a new one coming up that's Urban Nerd Con. So you got five major conventions in Atlanta. So you kind of like right in the center of the convention con season.
Yeah.
So and then so go ahead. We finna say something?
No, I was gonna say that they're doing a pretty good job now of like spreading out when they are too. Like we just
Mhm.
had one last weekend, Atlanta Comic Con. So the MomoCon's coming up in May, and then Dragon Con is in September, and then I think they moved AWA to December.
Which
So it's
is
like,
good for me because I could go
yeah.
this year. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hope to see you there too, because I ain't been in that one either.
Every time AWOL comes around, I always have to work this major football game in my city. It's called Magic City Classic. It's like a big convention for the whole city without the nerds. It's kind of like grilling. It's like a big barbecue, if you will, a big family reunion for two
Sounds
football
good to me.
teams here. Yeah, it does sound good. It does sound good. I'm just leaving certain parts out. But if y'all want to come to Magic City and experience it, let's stay at the football stadium. If you go anywhere out the football stadium, you might as well start praying to the God that you serve. I'm just gonna say that. We gonna keep it that way. But I love my
Hopefully, you
city.
have been warned.
Hey, yeah, that's my disclaimer. So man, and I see now that you have on, the Luffy outfit. You got the straw hat with the jacket with the Jolly Roger shirt on. So it's safe to say that you love One Piece.
I I avoided One Piece because people would always say, it's too long. Like people always say you have to wait till you get, a certain amount of episodes in for it to start getting good. And I had just finished I just finished Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. And I was like, I should just do it. Just dive in. Just just go. And it took me 5 months from start to finish to get all the way to current. And I a stan.
You
Love
said
that so
five.
much.
You said 5 months.
5 months. That was like I think it was like 20 between like 20 and 30 episodes a day.
Oh, so where are you now in One Piece? Where are you at now?
I'm current. We in Egghead.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm close. I should be right behind you. I'm like episode 792. I'm gonna say that. I'm up there. I'm close to
So you're
1,000.
in what is it? Sweet Cake Island?
Yep, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. Man, so much happens between then and now.
Let's dive into one. Can we agree? Like some of these stuff that we see in One Piece is kind of not really necessary. It's just a whole bunch of fillers. I was like, bro, y'all could have just said this and kept like the main arc story going on.
I don't
I think that's
know. I don't know. Because people okay, so One Piece, the creator Oda, he does things that may or may not matter for episodes.
mm,
Like when like it just blows my mind that some of the stuff that he does, like we didn't know that in episode 1 Shanks used hockey. We didn't know what hockey was until like halfway through the series. It's crazy. The callbacks are insane. The story writing is the best story writing I have seen in an anime up
I can
until this
agree on
point.
that. I can agree. Yes. That's the best. It's a good storytelling. It's just a long story, but it's a good storytelling.
Yeah. And I loved Shippuden. And people were like, oh, there's always the constant battle of what anime is number one. For me,
Mm-hmm.
I would put Shippuden higher if it didn't end on them being aliens. I've said that. I will stand on that. But they lost me. Like they lost.
It kind of threw you because they was aliens.
It did. It threw me off. But then I always say this about One Piece. Like right now, it's for me, it's on the verge of being a perfect anime. But you gotta stick the landing. You gotta stick like whatever the One Piece is physically, and we get to see it whenever that happens. It better blow our minds. It better not be like a
It,
stick. I couldn't take it.
so speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up. To you, Marlon, let me ask you this: what do you think the One Piece is in your mind? What do you see it as? Do you think it's treasure? Do you think it's a person? You think it's something? What do you think it is?
And this is that I keep up with the manga too, and I still am like, it has to be. I think it's gonna be like the lost civilization or something,
Hmm.
like an island of a lost civilization. I don't know, and that's crazy. We're 1,000 and some episodes here. It's like, hey, what do you think the end game is? I don't know. I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
See, to me, my opinion, I'm thinking it's gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be a person that is called One Piece. It's kind of like somebody we've been seeing in all these episodes. They've been right up under our nose, but we never paid attention to that particular person. So I was like, it might be a person. I won't be surprised if it's Chopper. I was kind of like, huh.
If it's
I knew that.
Chopper,
Yeah. I say, ain't no way somebody make something that cute and it's not gonna be seen for real. I say, I bet he was the One Piece the whole time.
it has to be something. I don't know. I don't know if it's. At one point, I was like, it's gonna end up just being like, uh, Goldie Roger. He left like the One Piece. It's like a note that says friendship.
Gotcha.
or something like love. It's just gonna be one of those like just write us off like I don't
Let's
know.
not say that because you know how it would be a lot of upset people if that was the case. It's like, bro, y'all been fighting going across the grand line for a piece of paper with 3 sentences on it. That's the best. That's the best y'all can do. Yeah, yeah. One Piece finna be canceled
Yeah,
quick.
there were people with
So, doing the whole One Piece saga, what to you has been your favorite arc story?
Marine Ford, hands down. We'll throw hands about it. Marine Ford.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That one, when Whitebeard, yeah, that kind
Like
of.
right when even I'll even throw like Impel Down like leading into Marine Ford because of like what he experienced there and then still had more to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
That arc was crazy. And it was like twist after twist. It was like, oh my god, what do we do now? Oars is here. Oars is here.
Yeah.
Whitebeard. What? Marco. Like who are
And then,
you get
let's go.
introduced to so many people.
And then let's go before that. You know, you had like the head Marines there. Then you had the 7 warlords of the sea combined together because they knew, hey, we finna kill Ace. So we do know that he's part of the White Beard, and we know White Beard coming from his person. So let's go ahead and set this perimeter
Facts.
up because
Yeah.
it's because you know we finna throw some good hands. I was like, bruh, you gotta be popping to have all them people to see you die and have somebody come watch, and then you filming it for the world to see.
Right.
That Ace was a bad man. I don't care what. No, that was a bad man.
I want to see what happens to him too, because he needs some get back. Somebody throwing he gotta go somewhere.
But how would you bring Ace back? Because you know this not Dragon Ball. You can't wish him back with the with Shenron.
Well, not Ace. I'm saying that like Luffy or somebody needs to go back after the what's his name? Akainu.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Cause he kinda like got away with that. And I don't like it. Like Dragon
Damn,
versus him.
he did.
Cause that's been
Yeah,
a rumor for a minute now. I would love to see that.
that man. Yeah, that would be a good little. That would be a good battle though. That would be a good battle. And speaking of One Piece, what do you think about people cosplaying as the as the admirals or marines?
It's tough. It's tough. In general, like when you cosplay, I don't want to say villains because I feel like some villains are actually liked. I'll say not liked characters
But
that
we
are
also can
not supposed
agree
to be like.
some villains do. Some villains do make good points. Some do.
Like if you cosplay the Joker,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get a lot of love. I feel like the Joker is a loved character, but like
Mm-hmm.
the Marines and Blackbeard and people that are just like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, like that you just don't really like. And it's like, yeah, you might for real get some real like hate. Like you might throw a rock at you or something.
Not. That's like, bro. Did you hit me with a rock? Yeah, I did.
Sorry,
That's, for what?
Joffrey.
I don't like that character. You say, this is this make believe. I'm pretending right now. You didn't even have to go and assault me. Now I'm finna call the police and do a report. We finna get this handled. So, to you in an anime, I'm gonna ask you this because this is the real question right here. What are your top 5 animes of all time?
Oh God.
Yep. See, that's how you get them right here. These the real questions.
Okay. I just did a Mount Rushmore, but I didn't do 5, so now I have to eliminate. Okay, I'm definitely putting One Piece as my number one.
Of course.
I will put Dragon Ball Z up there.
Okay.
Um,
Let them cook, y'all. Let them cook.
Shippuden.
Okay.
Um, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay. He came in with the OG. Okay.
And just a overall goat of an anime, even though it's like a simple one, Pokemon. And I
Okay,
don't feel
he
like a
kept.
lot of people count Pokemon in their top fives when they know Pokemon runs the world.
Yeah. Hey, what you say that one more time for the people in the back because I think people don't realize
Pokemon
that.
Pokemon runs the world legitimately.
Bro, I think because to me, you can disagree with me or not, but to me, I think Pokemon kind of put a lot of people on in the anime world because of
Facts.
Pokemon.
A lot of people's first anime is definitely Pokemon.
Because at first, we seeing these characters, we seen this 10-year-old, he never grew up. We're gonna touch on that too. He just stayed that age forever, like Michael Jackson. But we saw this kid going out, first of all, his mama let him go into the world by himself. He's 10 years old to go get these creatures and to be the best Pokemon master, that he can. And finally, after 55 years of all these episodes, he became a Pokemon master.
Yeah, I saw that was pretty. It was a pretty emotional beat in the show because you know what I'm saying. They're like on season what 18 or something, and it's just like wow, this man has never won like the Pokemon League like ever.
At all.
It's
It's
pretty
that's
crazy.
kind of it's
It's
kind
pretty
of
crazy.
like, bro, when when does Ash get his piece of the pie? When do he move on up to the east side? We
I'm
we we
excited
gotta
for
see it.
his. I'm excited for his comeback on the show whenever
Wait,
that
pause.
happens.
Time out. He's coming back.
No, no, no. Well, you know he left, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm saying at some point they're gonna bring Ash back. Like on some there's gonna be an ex Pokemon League champion showing up and you'll
Oh
see Ash
God.
and Pikachu. As a cameo though, not as like a to take over. But honestly, I feel like Pokemon should have moved on from Ash, but younger Ash. Like show us like adult Ash. Or even they could even do more with the Pokemon like anime like I mean the Kanto season Lieutenant Surge was talking about the Pokemon War.
Mm-hmm.
Take us back there. Show us that. That would be dope. I would love to see that.
I kind of, hey, you know what? I heard bits and pieces about that. Can you explain to me the Pokemon War? Because it's like I kept hearing a few things about it was a war. What? Please, if you know, let's go into the
Yeah.
detail for that.
I don't know too much, but I know that apparently that there was, I guess, some war between factions with Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
or it was humans versus Pokemon, and then everybody became friends. I can't remember. I get a whole bunch of these theories. I'll go down a rabbit hole and get them all mixed up, but is rarely mentioned. Other than that, we'll never know. Whatever that lore may be.
Okay. I'm gonna have to deep dive in that because I keep hearing it's a war. It's like, so you telling me? Speaking of war, hold on. Let's not go past for this. Especially this game that I'm hearing about. There's people playing this Pokemon game, and these people actually have weapons.
Power up.
That have you played it?
I haven't played it. I don't PC game or have an Xbox, but I have definitely watched some gameplay.
Okay, that is wild. So evidently, I guess like these people, it's the Pokemon world, but they come in strapped. Like all the Pokemons are like from East Memphis. They coming with
Yeah.
it.
Pokemon with guns. That's what they've been calling it.
That is wild. So whoever thought about that, I know they're getting a pretty penny right now for that bright idea.
They're
Giving
probably getting
Pikachu,
paid.
just imagine Pikachu with a Uzi.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. People are forgetting like Digimon is low key already Pokemon with guns.
They really are. I forgot about Digimon.
Yeah,
I forgot.
nobody ever shows Digimon any love. Like my unicorn will digivolve into a machine gun machete unicorn.
And then in Digimon, those evolutions didn't make a lick of sense. That's like, so you a dinosaur, but you can evolve into a whole bird with machine guns for wings. How did that happen? Please tell me that evolution.
No idea. I don't know. I feel like they just had the liberty to do stuff with Digimon.
I can agree. I can agree. So if you had to put Pokemon and Digimon on the pedestal, because I know there's a debate going on, who would you go with? Do you think they neck and neck, or is one greater than the other?
In terms of like overall, Pokemon is definitely over Digimon,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Digimon just takes the action to another level too. Like Pokemon never elevated after a certain point. It kind of stayed like PG 7 or whatever. So Digimon they could get a little bit more grittier. Like when they rebooted this last Digimon series or Adventure
Right.
One, all that action is fire. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Definitely recommend it if you like Digimon.
I'm gonna have to check that out because Digimon was kind of my thing, but then when we start seeing Transformers, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get on this franchise right here. See what Optimus Prime and Megatron talking about. Even though I kind of got hurt when my boy Optimus Prime died, but I was like, dang, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That
Yeah.
sucked.
Did you like this last one?
The
The
um
Rise of the
oh,
Beast.
yes, I love that was those are my favorite Transformer, right? The
Beast
Beast
Wars.
Transformers. Yeah, Beast Wars, those are my favorite ones. I liked it. I enjoyed it. What did
I
you
wish
think
they did
about it?
more. I wish they would have done more. Like I don't feel like we got any personality out of any of the Maximals. I think Optimus Primal was the only one that talked in Air Razor. It was just like I remember other people too, but
Well, you had to base it off of of the Maximals that was popular then when we saw the show till now. So people couldn't really too much because if they did, that would be in like a 4 hour movie.
yeah. Well, then another I don't know. I don't know if they could have pulled it off. Kind of like more like how the cartoon was. Like they actually blended in, looked like actual the animals versus
Hmm.
just being like metallic versions, but oversized as well. So it's like the scaling. I don't know.
I can see that because it did kind of throw you off a little bit. It was kind of like, could have been done better, but it's CGI. What can we do about it?
Right.
And people, I'm gonna tell y'all a spoiler if y'all haven't seen it, but I'm gonna say this. What did you think about the ending of it? Tell me if that didn't throw you off, please, because I was kind of like, bro, what?
So I was excited for it because so in the comics that actually happened. They actually do cross over and stuff. I actually haven't read it, but I'm excited that Hasbro is actually taking the initiative to do that because it works. It can work. It should work.
It
Oh, and the
does.
same on screen. Like the only thing I think they messed up with is I like that they introduced it, but now they need to really build on their GI Joe team because the movies we got before, I think everybody liked the people that were in the first movie, and then they just killed them off. Or Channing Tatum, his character was the main character in the first movie, and they killed him off like in the beginning of the second movie, within the
And
first
then
right.
Bruce Willis came to be like the main. Was it The Rock or Bruce Willis? I
The
think Bruce
Rock,
Willis was the
but
the
Bruce
Rock.
Willis was in it.
But yeah, I mean, when I first saw the first GI Joe movie, don't get me wrong, it was good. Like you
Yeah.
had Channing Tatum, you had what's that, Marlon Wayans. Because
Mhm.
it kind of threw me for a loop when I saw Marlon. I said, "Oh, this is gonna be stupid funny," but that's like, oh, okay, Marley got a good range on him. I see he could get down like this. This was up.
Yeah.
This is what I like to see.
I would have loved to see him do more action roles. To be honest, I feel like he would have done well as I don't know if you know this. He was casted as Robin.
Robin as the
Yeah,
Batman Forever.
and I would have liked to see that. I think he might would have done well with that.
I can agree on you that. I think he would have did well, but what happened? Like, why did he get in that part?
I think he signed and then I didn't. I can't honestly remember. But something happened. He ended up not doing it.
It, and it goes to show, like, how important is it for us to have characters that look like me and you represented in certain movies, like in Marvel, DC, GI Joe, Transformer? How important is it to have representation in these movies?
I feel like it's always important for any race.
Hmm.
Representation. You want to see stuff like imagine I'll use the cosplay world. Sometimes you're trying to develop a look, and you look down. Let's say, for example, the roster of the X-Men.
Okay.
The first thing you're either going to go to is the animated series or the movies. Well, if you look at that list, there's not many that look like us.
That is true.
So some people probably limit the way they're thinking about how they want to build something or associate with something, but they don't see it. So now they have to either go off of fan art or just try and have their own twist on things. Um, so yeah,
Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. And but sometimes do you think because you got this other community saying that we doing too much. This is not really called for. You should have just let this keep this character this certain way. You don't have to change this character orientation and yada yada yada. But how do you feel when you hear people say that?
I feel like
Because
people like they take it too serious, man. Like, let's think about some of these characters that they get upset about.
okay,
Superman. Oh, Superman can't be black. Why not? Superman is an alien. Starfire. I know that's a big popular one that a lot of women get shit for. Oh, can I say that? Get stuff for.
I know you fine. Hey, you go ahead. You
Okay.
grown.
But you know what I'm saying? They get shit for just like being themselves, and it's just like putting their own twist on the character. Okay, she's an alien.
Mm-hmm.
What are you upset about? She's an alien, literally. You don't know. She's supposed to be orange. So who cares?
Technically, yes, she's supposed to be
So
orange. Hmm.
I feel like people should just have their own liberties to have fun with it. It's all about having fun. So when people you can get technical and stuff like that, you take the fun away. It's just like, why are you here? Why are you ruining other people's you know what I'm saying? Raining on other people's parades.
I totally agree on that because people I don't know. I think you might have seen this or heard about it on all social platforms when one of the Holly girls was being Ariel in Alert of Mermaid.
Yes. Oh
People
man, that
got
was
highly. Oh, that was disgusting. Some of the stuff I seen and heard, I was like, y'all really tripping about a fictional creature that lives under the ocean.
exactly. It's like it's not real, so it can be whatever you want it to be. Why is that a problem?
I,
It
I
just
don't
wants to
know.
complain about.
It's just like, well, if you put black on something, it's supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be, not looked at in a good light. I- And then, but we can fault some of this on like, the media, the news, because how they
Yeah.
portray as African Americans in the public's eye. Like, we gangsters, we hood, we ghetto, we ratchet, yada yada yada. And now we putting, these certain characters that's make believe into these important roles. So there's that. So yeah, that sucks. But it's always good just to have just to let people see the real us of who we are, and really how we move and how we operate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love it. I love that they take certain characters like Nick Fury. I mean, you had Nick Fury, and now Nick Fury is a bald black man. And I think that look is more iconic now than his old one.
Agree. I think so too. I know it just popped more for some reason, and then you got you got the black person of all black people, Samuel L. Jackson, to be Nick Fury.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could take that role ever. He's like solidified that one.
I agree. He took that to a whole nother, like, yeah, bro. This is if I see Samuel L. Jackson in person, I say, "What up, Nick?" I ain't gonna call you by your real name. I'm gonna call you Nick Fury. That's what I'm gonna call you.
He's had so many iconic roles too. Like he's a gem in the community for sure.
Yeah. I was actually shocked to see him in the Star Wars series. I was kind of like, y'all really tripping. Then you gave this man a purple lightsaber.
He's done it all. Like, yeah, I don't think he's done anything in DC, but that's not to say that it won't come at any point.
No, he hasn't done anything DC yet, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it's gonna come sooner or later.
he gonna be the first black Batman. He gonna be Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond.
Hey, I can see him. I can see him being Alfred. I was like, Y'all know y'all made this man a whole but okay, we're gonna see how this gonna turn out.
This is
Y'all
gonna be
saw y'all saw Django? All right, then we're gonna see how this gonna turn out
right.
for him.
Exactly.
But man, so and speaking of DC, how you think he already shaking his head? What you think about the DC universe? Come on,
I don't even know what to say, bro. It's like
give him something.
for me, I feel like they have probably the line of more iconic characters
They
versus
do.
Marvel, and
They do.
it's like they try to do too much at one time. They get confused, and then they like end up just turning into mush. Like if I was James Gunn and I was restarting the universe how I wanted, I would not start with Superman. I feel like Superman,
Thank you.
we gotta like give him a break or just put him to the side. He's For me, he's not interesting enough to lead a whole entire universe.
I'm with you on that. We might get canceled, but I'm with you on that. Go ahead.
See, for me, I feel like Batman should be that person. It should be told like the Justice League
you
should be viewed at from the perspective of Batman.
you think back because they told Batman story multiple times. It's kind of like he kind of on to me. He kind of on the same level as Superman. It's kind of like, can we get somebody different? I
What?
say, let me see. For example, I take the Flash story.
See, even that's tarnished now.
Yeah,
That
well,
movie was
yeah.
that movie
What
was bad.
I don't say it wasn't bad. It's that's the person who played him kind of tarnished the whole. It's like, bro, and y'all still let him be the Flash, and y'all know what he did and has done, as been convicted for. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part.
And it's like they didn't care. They were just like, all right, well just keep going. I
But
think kind of gonna stop. Like,
that's
but for me, it's
hey,
like Batman is I don't know, like multi directional. You have the detective, you have the brawler, you have the Bruce Wayne, you have. I think what they haven't tapped into enough is the Robins. Every time we see Batman, it's
mm,
never we have two live action Robins if you want to consider the TV show. Why? Batman
damn,
and
that
Robin
is true.
is the dynamic duo. It's not just Batman all the time. Like the Bat family alone, that's like a trilogy of movies right there.
I agree. I would love to see the trilogy now. You got Red Hood, Damian, Batwoman, Batgirl, Nightwing. Now that I would love to see. Now that right there, that could make it. But
Okay.
we the only let me see the Heath. Nah, that wasn't Heath Ledger.
The Dark
What's the
Knight.
guy? What's the guy's name that played him? What's he? Christian Bale.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now we got a Robin, but it came in so subtle. Like the last one when they was fighting Bane.
That made me
That
mad.
you know what? I take that back. I don't know why I count that one, but it was kind of like y'all just gonna leave us on a cliffhanger like that, and not actually not let us see a full Robin in this kind of universe because that Batman universe was really good.
Yeah. No, it was. And even if they took liberties like with Bane and stuff, it wasn't as bad as I think as most people would say. Um, but the Robin at the end, I was like, what? Why would they do that? Why? And then we
Like
knew we
that,
weren't getting any more movies, so it was like,
and now
what,
we started over with the Twilight Batman now.
and that's another thing. Why do they feel like they have to keep doing these separate universe type films? You
I
can't even
think
get one good version, and y'all have two separate versions.
exactly. I agree. And speak like how did you feel about being Affleck being a older Bruce Wayne, that older Batman?
I actually like Ben Affleck. I thought Ben Affleck was a perfect, like older, like grizzled, like veteran type Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought he nailed it. He looked like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like I feel like sometimes you do have to look at both versions of that. Like Tom Holland is a good Peter Parker in Spider Man.
Exactly. Exactly. Even though it's about time for us to get a live action of Miles Morales, but that's another point.
They say the rumors say he's coming after these next 2 movies.
So, who would you have? Who would you have to play Miles Morales? Would it be a young, or older Miles?
I would. I don't know. That's hard. I don't even know of a character of an actor right now that I could cast as Miles.
It
I don't know.
would be
Maybe
kind of hard.
maybe what's his name? What's the name of the show? It was at Anthony Anderson, Blackish, but
Okay.
the son,
Oh, yeah.
maybe, maybe. I don't know. I don't know his action skills, but maybe. Or Trevor Jackson's a good look too. I think he could play. He could pull it off.
What's the guy from Oh God, what's my show? Stranger Things. The guy from there. I think he probably could pull it off.
He's probably at the age too. That's the thing too. Is like them. They got to nail that ending too. And it's like these kids keep growing, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all taking 3 years to film it. I hope it just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't look weird in between.
I agree. I most definitely agree. But man, so moving along with this great interview, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask this brother right here or myself, go to Twitch and you could drop your comment. I will pull up on the screen and we will try our best to answer every question that we can. And if we don't know it, I'm gonna use Alexa or Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not always correct, but we're gonna try to find the answer. But man, so Beltline, your organization, man. Tell more people about the organization, like in Atlanta, like what events y'all do, what y'all got coming up, and the premise of your organization.
So Beltline Cosplay, we're a community of cosplayers around the Atlanta area. Um, Started about, I think it was 2020, and just started growing from there. We do events from photo shoots to gatherings. We build community. Some nights we'll give a few people and just like go to Battle and Brew. Um, Local attending cons, and we travel sometimes as a group with cons and stuff. So um, we have our Discord if everybody wants to join. We have a lot of seasoned veterans in the cosplay game. So if you don't know where to start or have any questions, we definitely have channels for all of that. Follow us on Beltline Cosplay on TikTok and Instagram. And the link is in the bio for the Discord.
Oh, it is, man. Yeah, hey, Atlanta, because Atlanta is where it's at. I swear, every
It
time
is
I come to Atlanta,
growing. That cosplay community here has been growing like insane rate.
it's crazy. I like every time I come, like, bro, I always meet somebody new that's on the come up. So it's awesome because I met y'all before, and it was awesome meeting y'all. What y'all doing? Y'all doing great things in the community. So got to give y'all hats and y'all roses now because what y'all doing is amazing. So keep up the good work, please.
I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Definitely. So hopefully one day we can collab together on some things in Atlanta at a convention. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. You can come up, brainstorm some stuff.
Most definitely, man, brother. Well, I got some good news, man. We have made it to the hour mark of this awesome interview.
Dope.
So
You didn't even notice.
all right, that's it's like a good time. So let me ask you this before I ask you the other questions. How was it? Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time?
I did. I do. I enjoy nerding out with fellow nerds.
How was I as a host? Anything I need to work on? I need critiques. Anything? Go ahead.
Nah, I
Hurt
think you're
hurt
good.
my feelings.
Nah, I think you were good, bro.
Cool. Thank you for that, man. So, Marl, I got one more question for you. Are you ready for the question?
Let's go.
Would you like to play a game?
Sure.
All right. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna give you 3 options to pick from. I'm gonna give you a rundown, and it's up to you to pick the game that you want to play. So remember, I gave you the whole rundown. You pick the game, that's on you. All right.
All right.
Game number 1. It is called questions. Now, in this game, I will ask you 4 simple questions. If you cannot answer the questions, you can say none to activate your lifeline. Once you activate your lifeline, the people who's watching right now can help you answer that question. And that's it, plain and simple. That is the game questions. Game number 2, it is called Riddle Me This. Instead of questions, I'm going to ask you 4 riddles. Can't answer the riddles? Say none to activate your lifeline. Game number 3, it is called Name That Tune. Now, in Name That Tune, I could play any song that's in a nerd era. I could play anime music, the beginning of a sitcom show, video game, anything that is a familiar in a nerd community that we supposed to know. You will have to guess the name of that tune. Now, in this, you got 5 categories. Once we get to category number 3, that's when things become very, very interesting. And in this, you got two lifelines, and I could play the song for you as many times as you like. So, Marlon, what game would you like to play?
You did not make this easy.
I know it's difficult.
Let's do questions. Jeopardy is one of my favorites.
Oh, so you want to do questions?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Now I'm less sure, but yes.
Oh, okay, everybody. He picked a good game of questions. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna set everything up, and we will be back with the good game questions. Don't go nowhere. All right. We are back, and we're going to play the good game that we call questions. He would have had to answer. There's 4 simple questions. They're very, very simple. And if he get all 4, he clears the board. Now, let's say if he get 2 wrong, 2 right, he will have an opportunity to do a bonus question, which can clear the board. So, Marlon, are you ready, good sir?
Let's do it.
All right, let me go ahead and set the mood real quick. Boom. Focus on you. There we go. All right. We are ready for the good game of questions. All right, here we go. Here we go. Question number 1. Are you ready for the first question?
Yeah.
Here we go. If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell?
Eyes.
All right, we off to a good start. There we go. We got 3 more. All right.
Shout out to the Sonic sound.
Are you ready for question number 2?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Question number 2. Name all 5 oceans.
Pacific.
Okay, he cooking. All right. All right.
Atlantic.
Boom.
Indian.
Boom.
Pacific. Atlantic. Indian. Arctic.
Okay. All right.
What's the last one?
Yeah, 4.
Why can't I think of what it is? Indian, Arctic, Atlantic, Pacific. All right. Can I use a lifeline?
Sure, you can use a lifeline. All right.
Nani.
He said 90. So people that are watching right now, he is coming for you to help. He named 4. I just need the last ocean name. If anybody knows the last ocean name, please put it in the comments. He said Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian.
Mm-hmm.
And he He need the last one. What is the last ocean's name? If anybody's watching right now, somebody give me the answer. What is the last ocean's name? Anybody?
This is sad. I was in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
Makes it worse.
All right. We got one person. They said Southern. We're going to wait for another one.
I think that's right.
Okay. Bama Blerd said that. Bama Blerd is watching. He said Southern. Do you want to go with that answer?
Yes. Yes. Final answer. Let's go.
Okay, Bama Blerd, you came in with for the clutch, so thank you for that, sir. Thank you for helping my brother right here. Okay,
Shout out Bama Blerd.
all right then. So, question number 4, last question. Are you ready for it?
Let's go.
Last question. Let's make this one a good one. Here we go. Name the 3 branches of government.
Executive, judicial, and legislative.
Is that your final answer?
For sure.
Are you sure?
Yep. All or nothing. I'm going all in. Let's go. That's right.
Hey, he did it, y'all.
You win.
He in there. He got all 4 right. All 4. I think this new year, you the first one that got all 4 right now. So
Let's
you
go.
have set a record. You made Black History now.
Right. That's right. Number 1. in the game.
Boom, there it is, bro. Thank you for coming on, man. But before we end, let the people know where they can find you at on all social platforms, what Beltline got going on. They want to follow them. And also give the good people words of encouragement. And it's all on you, good sir.
This is Marlon from Marlon's Room. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Marlon's Room VA. The VA stands for Voice Actor, not Virginia. And you can follow our Beltline Cosplay page at Beltline Cosplay on all social media platforms as well. And words of encouragement is trying to make it good. Follow the heart of the cards. Yugimoto.
Really? We're gonna go with Yu-Gi-Oh for the worship encouragement.
Just always try. I think something I always live by is the worst thing anybody could ever do is say no. Always go for the stars.
Boom. There it is, bro. Thank you for coming on. Had a good time, man. People, thank you for watching out there. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Marlon and Beltline for everything that they do. Remember, the community does not move or does not shake without y'all. So thank y'all. And at this time, baby boys, baby girls, what's going on? It's your boy SKIP.88 here from Blerd over saying thank you for tuning in for being the Blerd interviews with my boy Marlon. And thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, nothing doesn't move in this community without you. And at this time, WTW, what's the word? Say it with me. UNITY. What does that spell? Unity. This is how we can make it to life together. I'll see you next time. Being a Blerd, and we out.